Does a lot of advertising. No, I just do like sweep the floor and take out the trash, stuff like that. It gets just real quick as you're working. Explain what you're doing.
Well, we're getting ready to fire up the rig and boil sap.
This is exciting.
We're just getting things cleaned up a little bit.
April of 2016, and it's been a good year for the sugar people. We're with John Gillespie here at Gillespie Sugar Maple Farms. John and I have been friends and neighbors for 22 years. It's a good year, right, John?
Yeah, very
good. We hope it stays that way. Take 6. All right, so we are in the collecting area.
This is where the sap comes in.
Explain about that machine there a little bit. How cool is that?
Dumps 20 gallons at a time. Sap gets brought in through the lines right here.
So there's actually a way to measure exactly what's coming in for sap.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. And how many taps do you have up above, or is that like asking somebody how much money they have in the bank?
Oh, there's about 5,500 taps.
5,500 taps, yeah. Now how much attention do you have to pay to these taps before you start collecting in the...
Well, you have to go through and check all your lines, make sure you don't have any rodents that chew holes.
Yep.
Limbs that
Moose.
fall down.
Moose take down the lines, right? They just walk right through them.
Moose, deer,
Yep.
chew
Now,
on
do you re-tap every year? Are the taps new, or the taps stay with the tree year round?
We put new taps on every year.
New taps every year. Excellent. You said you still have some buckets that you still, just for old time's sake, about 60 buckets. That's nice. Excellent. So it goes from there, 20 gallons at a time, into these bins here.
Yeah, that's the tank right there that we're going to start boiling on.
All right, so this has got nice, beautiful. And then he dropped the camera into. Okay, great. So this is Linda, John's wife, and she plays an important role up here and doing a lot of other things.
Yeah,
and
clean and the filter prep.
Nice. Where are you from originally now? Are you
Cambridge?
Cambridge. So you're born and raised near here, and so great, and part of the family operation, which is a lot of fun. So what's your favorite part about sugar? Everybody says family. I know that's a big.
Family, and I love the taste.
Yeah. So would you say? I know you guys. You go down and have breakfast. I know John goes down a lot and has breakfast with the folks that live at the bottom of the hill. And out of those breakfasts, how many of them would have maple syrup?
Most of them.
Yeah. I just bought my last gallon from Bert, which is John's father, your father-in-law, and I got the last gallon of dark amber. And I felt like I hit the lottery. That's a long supply for me. So.
Makes good baked beans too.
I'm sorry?
Makes good baked beans.
Oh, it does. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, maple syrup can be used on anything. One thing they're finding out is the health benefits of maple and maple products, and it's so much better than just raw or refined sugar. So, great. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Holy cow. So this goes up. This is all Gillespie property, and there's sugar taps. How many years you been at this?
Oh, about 35 years.
Right. Your dad bought the property in 80s? 83, 84. Yeah. Laptop, not lap dance.
No, my laptop, my dog the other night spilled my drink right in the center of my keyboard.
Oh no. Oh, just the keyboard? Yeah. Oh, that's all right. This is tapped into a natural spring up the hill. John says pumps it about 35 gallons per hour, which is a lot for gravity feed. Very nice. Spring in the spring. There we go. These are the collector's barrels. Some full, some get shipped out as barrels, some go as smaller amounts sold by the Gillespies, which is what we're here for, to help them try to get to the market as they can. And the internet is a good place to do that. Give me 30 seconds on what that machine does.
It's a reverse osmosis machine. It takes a certain amount of water out of the sap, so when you end up with
I get it. So it's actually
There's a
taking,
stream of water going on the ground out there after we get a tank full.
and it's the same principle as they use to make fresh water out of seawater,
Yeah,
right?
on both
Reverse
of them.
osmosis, yep. Yep. And this is so you have to boil it less.
Yep.
So normally if you took sap and just boiled it straight, it's like 35-to-1 ratio, something like that.
Well, 2% sap will give you, you have to have about 43 gallons.
Is sap always the same from year to year? It varies. So what would you say from
This year's been exceptionally sweet.
It has been, so that's good. So that's more syrup, more bang for the buck. That looks like a pretty state-of-the-art machine there. The Wizard of Waterville. That's cool. We get you guys to wave through the steam. Yahoo! All right, we just gotta cook up some pancakes here. John, does the water burn at a higher or lower temperature than just regular sap? Does it burn at a different temp, or is it around 212 or?
Boiled at 218 and a half.
218.5. So that's actually a little bit higher because of the content of the sap. Oh. I wish I could pick up through the camera how it smells in here. It's just wonderful. What sizes will you have available for market? You got gallons and half gallons,
Gallons, half gallons, quarts,
pints,
half pint.
and those little ones with the log cabin with the green roof and the cap in the roof.
We don't do those.
No.
But we do glass maple leaves.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Cool. Do you usually sell out every year?
Not every year.
Not every year. So. I know the family consumes a lot. This is expected to be an excellent year.
It has been.
That's great. It was a little touch and go for a while, I know.
Yeah.
So, yep. It's a complete family operation. Got the dog. Oh, good girl. Yes, you are a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are a nice dog. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Bert, there's going to be a pancake eating contest soon. Good. How many years have you been at this? Countless gallons. John says that sometime in the early 80s you bought this property. And did you immediately start tapping trees, or did you just have the property for a while and?
No, we started.
So you got it with the idea that you were going to be making a lot of maple syrup. Yeah, no money. No, well, it's little money, but you never run out of syrup at the breakfast table. That's key. So, and it's nice because it looks as if it's going to be passed on to the generations, which is really nice. So.
Yeah, if you make much more, you gotta have him to hear that.
Good, you guys. It's a great thing. This is good. Okay, that's it. Last shot of the dog. There it is. That's the finished product, right? Nice. This is a master craftsman at work. There it is, liquid gold. Now how close is that to maple syrup finished product?
It is.
It is, okay. that is the end result of all this hard work and labor. Very cool. All right, let's wrap this up and get it onto a video. Steam ahead. Gillespie sugar maple products, maple syrup. Beautiful day in Vermont. Steam ahead. Gillespie sugar maple products, maple syrup. Beautiful day in Vermont. Okay, we are fired up, and that is the sound of the boiler heating. How much sap would you say is in there now, John? That's about 400 gallons of sap with an estimated 2% sweetness factor, right?
Well, actually, in there it's 15%.
Yeah, but how do you...
After it goes through that.
Oh, it is. Okay, so that's interesting. After the RO machine, the reverse osmosis machine, this sap is now about 15%. The syrup they make here has an incredibly wonderful taste to it. And I've been buying my syrup from the Gillespies for at least 15 years. And it's always wonderful. It's always great. It's a lot of work. And not just collecting the sap, although that's changed over the years. It's nice to be here. What's a machine? What's a unit like that go for?
About 35,000.
About 35,000. And how? What's the life expectancy of it?
This one's 16 years.
16 years. That's wonderful. It still looks.
You gotta take care of it.
It still looks brand new. Yep. It's like anything else. Yep. Well, as Tom Clancy says, a Mercedes will last a long time if you take care of it.
What's that?
Tom Clancy said one time, he wrote all these spy novels and stuff, but he was like in the military and everything. He said a Mercedes will last a long time if you take care of it.
Yeah.
And it's like any machine, any precision equipment. This is interesting. These are samples from every barrel so far this spring. So they can trace back and they have the color and everything's marked. This also serves as a bar on the weekends. Awesome. Yeah, where's Bert?
He'll probably be on.
Yeah, I hope so. Cool. All right, so we're leading into the process of actually boiling. This is great to have sort of a backstage pass to this operation. Very cool. What's your favorite thing about sugaring in maple season?
When it's over.
When it's over?
And then you go fishing.
See, if it was Saturday, we'd have a beer going by now. But it's not. It's Friday, so. Okay, we are fired up, and that is the sound of the boiler heating. How much sap would you say is in there now, John? That's about 400 gallons of sap with an estimated 2% sweetness factor, right?
Well, actually, in there it's 15%.
Yeah, but how do you...
After it goes through that.
Oh, it is. Okay, so that's interesting. After the RO machine, the reverse osmosis machine, this sap is now about 15%. The syrup they make here has an incredibly wonderful taste to it. And I've been buying my syrup from the Gillespies for at least 15 years. And it's always wonderful. It's always great. It's a lot of work. And not just collecting the sap, although that's changed over the years. You look like you've been doing this for a while.
What's that?
You look like you've been doing this for a while. That's nice. You know where it's still a lot of hard work, but you know where everything is and how it's supposed to work.
Right here is where the sap comes in the evaporator. See with the float here?
Okay, yeah. Alright, so the sap's coming in there. And then it goes, it makes its way over to this big tank here. Now how long before it comes up to a full boil once you start? 15 minutes, yep. And you said there are 400 gallons in here? And typically how long will it take to boil down that 400 gallons?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to boil what's in that tank we just went past.
Okay. All the
That'll
sap
take
that's in
about
the
an
upper
hour and a
tank? Okay. That's about an hour and a half of boiling time.